David Tate, and I'm the chairman of the Westminster chapter of ACORN Canada and on the national board. Move on there, Judy?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's not the same one I was looking at. John sent me. There we go. First, I'd like to say, make a little note here, that Candy, she recently resigned from her position of chair of the Surrey chapter of ACORN Canada, but she's still continuing on with work with ACORN Canada. This just became a little bit too much for her. But she's also on track to become our biggest fundraiser also. So everybody, she sends her regards, and she's kind of sorry she's missing. That's running really slow, Judy.
No, I'm controlling it. I just don't know when to press it because I don't know what the next slide is.
Oh, okay. Just okay, changes like that. Okay. Okay. This is Sue Collier. She has had major problems with one of our slumlords in British Columbia. She has been fighting over a 3-year battle with them through provincial courts and the Superior Court of British Columbia to get her issues dealt with. She's been living in this building for quite a number of years that has had roofing problems, mold problems. Like I said, basically he's a slumlord. Every year her rent goes up. She has taken this so far forward, it's not even funny. She has gotten concessions from the Superior Court of Canada saying that she can sue or she can take to the Rentals Board on behalf of all the tenants a lot of their grievances. She's also gotten a ruling from the Rentals Board stating that the Sahotas were in breach of their contract and they were fined $115,000, which is just amazing. It's never happened before in provincial history. But now they're fighting with it. They want to appeal this decision. They're trying to negotiate, and Sue actually received an eviction notice. The problem is the lawyer never showed up for the rentals hearing, but the contractor was there at the rentals hearing, and he's stating that now the building is unlivable and everybody has to get out. The meeting was adjourned because the lawyer was not available, and there's going to be another one soon. I'm not sure of the exact dates. This just happened the other day, but hopefully we'll be able to fight our way where he'll have to compensate all the tenants to put them up. Because they're going to have to, if they have to move out of their place, it's unlivable. It's that simple. And this is all because of lack of maintenance on his part. We want to take this campaign. It's called the Healthy Homes Campaign. It was passed, bylaw was passed in Surrey. It was fought against quite tremendously by the mayor until a lot of these issues came to light in the press through very strong efforts of ACORN Canada and Judy Villeneuve. Very strong ally of ours on Surrey City Council, and they passed the bylaw, which has provisions on how maintenance is supposed to be kept up. Now we have a provincial election coming up next year, and we're working on trying to go provincially with this to get concessions from the Liberals, which is quite possible with the election coming up and their standings in the polls. And we want to make this election issue where the NDP is going to step forward and start talking about this. So hopefully we'll be able to get a whole revamp of our rentals board so they actually have teeth and they can impose proper fines, which will be very interesting if we can do this. Next slide, Judy. Okay. Our membership has gone up 110% in this last year, which is great. 192 full members, 98 associate members, and I can't see that last number, Judy.
903, yeah.
Provisional members. So our membership is constantly growing, and that number is great. And that has a lot to do with our tax site too, which people are just coming in, and that's basic word of mouth. It's going up really well. All right, we're building chapters. We have strong chapters in Surrey and Westminster. We're building in Burnaby, Coquitlam, and we also want to move on to Vancouver. That's been delayed a little bit, but we're searching out. We have some areas where we figure we can expand in actual Vancouver itself. So it's going really well in British Columbia, and we're trying to expand as much as possible. like I said, setbacks in Vancouver. If you can't, just bring the whole thing up at the same time,
I
Judy?
can't do that, because John's made it fancy.
Yeah, well, I wish you would have let me know before I went over all this on my computer. Okay, what do we got? New memberships in Kamloops Mission, Victoria, Saanich, Powell River, right, and Nanaimo. Okay. Yeah. Our Van City grant for the tax site was $89,000. Right, we also have Vancouver Foundation, which gave us $27,000, which we're also looking at expanding and talking to them. So this will be hopefully a continuous grant, because this is going to be going on for a long time with Healthy Homes. The Unitarian Church has heard about us, and they gave us $2,500 to start with this year, and we're hoping to get more out of them in the following years. The YMCA has given us $4,500, so we're doing fairly well on our finances. Right, monthly dues and bank drafts. That was interesting.
I can't go back. Only for
He's going to pay for this when I get back to BC.
As he should.
Yeah, none of this was happening on my computer.
All right,
So,
just welcome Marva.
hi Marva.
Welcome Marva.
Okay. Staff canvases to begin in July. Right. Reception hopefully in October. All right, with labor support. Grants are moving forward. We apply for multiple Healthy Homes grants. Right, Van City, that's a continuous thing we get every year. The Van City Project Grant, and we're talking to the BC Law Foundation, looking at $175,000. Total budget. He's gonna pay for this. Okay, campaign updates are the Healthy Homes. Like I said, that's moving forward. We want to take this provincially, right? Make it an election issue, and we've already got this in the works. We have lots of support from the NDP. We're stepping forward and being the spearhead with a lot of these low and middle income housing advocates. And they know how we do things, and that's why they're letting us go forward. We step forward and we let everybody know. We don't wait a couple of years, right, and talk behind closed doors. Right. Our remittance campaign, we're working on that. We've been talking to different people and getting support. Right. Right. Payday lending. We want to revisit payday lending. There's been articles. One of our well, not, it's kind of an advocate for us. They do all the regulations about payday lending, different things like this. They actually contacted us on the sly and asked us to send them a letter to check into what's happening with payday loans, because we've been finding out there's been rollover loans happening, surcharges over and above, which are not supposed to be happening. People have had to pay to get certain places give out debit cards for their payday loans. Well, they've been charged for these debit cards over and above, and this got found out by the provincial government. They actually got fined. They had to repay, which of course they're fighting against, and they're trying to delay it. So we want to revisit the numbers and have a good look at it. So we're going to start on that fairly quickly. We might bring that up in the elections also. And childcare. Preeti, if you'd like to, you know a little bit more about this issue than I do.
Yeah, the childcare campaigns also is picking up in BC. We have our partners. We had a meeting where we are supporting one of the bills, in the legislature, for a $10 a day campaign for childcare. It's all across BC, and so the BC Childcare Coalition and a couple of other associations in BC, we all together with ACORN, we are moving ahead with this campaign, and we are organizing a lot of meetings to go ahead with supporting this bill in the Parliament, and so we are also getting support from because of the upcoming elections, the NDP and also the Liberal candidates to help to actually support this and so we did get commitment, and we'll be holding meetings with them in front of all the ACORN members to get a commitment. That's some of the things we have planned, and it looks like this is going to be very important for us in the coming year.
Okay, we've also been working on disabilities. Recently, like I said, with an election coming up, our Premier has wonderfully turned around and put things forward, better financial responsibilities for the disabled. They can make more money now, and this has become a leading issue also in the election with a lot of the things that have been happening. High-up managers got a bonus a couple of years ago for really not doing their work, and this was revoked by a Premier. But just last week, they got pay raises retroactive to that time, amounting to the exact same amount, or close to it. Their bonuses were 4%, while they got retroactive raises of 3.9%. And that's out in the news, and that's just... And people are getting kicked out of their homes, right? Kicked out of their group homes. Institutions are being closed where these people go and work and commit or put things towards society where they are not able to do anymore. And so we're going to put this on the table too. Tom is doing really good work with our disability rights group, so are quite a few other people. This big win in Surrey, as I said, this is the standard of maintenance bylaw, or the healthy homes, and that it's going to go really good. It's going to be really big in the next year. We're going to make sure that this gets right onto the board with all the places, especially these Sahotas, who are just major slumlords. It's in the news almost daily. So we can bring this right forward if we stay vocal on this and keep showing the people what these places are like, have people go up and speak and ask questions of our politicians. This could be a major issue. So I can see with the popularity of our Premier, and if we get this in, I can see the NDP winning and us having enough strength to hold everybody accountable to what they're promising. So, childcare again, Preeti?
No, I kind of understand this, I think.
Okay.
We did that. Remittance, she went on to the next.
Yep.
Yeah.
We didn't have the master guide.
No. Okay. As I said, our disability rights is working well. Right, payday loans, we're going to go ahead again and have a look at it, because we can get things changed on that, again, because the laws just aren't working. And we also are thinking about, because like the living wage in Metro Vancouver is upwards of $20 an hour, depending on your benefits. We just had our minimum wage raised up to $10 an hour, I think it is, Preeti?
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. But we're looking at something that's actually attainable, going up to $12 an hour and tying this to the rate of inflation, so it gets raised every year at least. We've been sitting for, up until this latest raise in our minimum wage, we were sitting at $8 an hour, right? With a training wage of $6 an hour for the first 3 months of employment, which is just ridiculous. All right, so our tax site, right? We're up 2,500 done. And we're on pace to make 3,000 this year, which is it's grown. It's just grown unbelievably. And this is just word of mouth. You tell two people. That's all it takes, right? $3 million back, right, into people's pockets, right? And over $35,000 we've saved people, that people are spending in the community. It's not like these people are taking this tax return and going on vacation. It's being spent right in our communities, and that's helping the smaller businesses and the people that really need it.